Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We delve deep into the fascinating world of numismatics and currency, exploring the stories behind the coins that shape our understanding of money and value. Today, we are going to take you on an exhilarating journey to uncover a remarkable tale from 1982, where a 1-cent coin became an unexpected treasure worth an astonishing $217 million due to a series of rare errors and mistakes that transformed it into a coveted collectible. Picture this: a seemingly ordinary penny, which in its face value holds just 1 cent, but in reality, it carries an incredible story that captures the imagination of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. The year 1982 was not just any other year for the United States Mint. It was a pivotal moment that saw significant changes in the production of coins, particularly the Lincoln penny, which was altered in both composition and design. The Mint decided to transition from the traditional bronze composition of the penny to a zinc-coated copper mixture due to the rising cost of copper and the economic pressures of the time. This shift marked the beginning of a new era in coinage, but also led to a multitude of errors that would eventually make certain 1982 pennies exceptionally valuable. Imagine a penny that should have been composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, in a few rare instances, pennies were minted using the old bronze composition before the transition was fully implemented. These pennies, termed as bronze pennies, became incredibly rare, making them highly sought after in the numismatic community. The combination of this rare copper composition with the year of minting meant that a few of these coins would be worth thousands, if not millions, of dollars, due to the sheer number of standard pennies produced during that year, which was around 7.4 billion coins. Adding to the complexity were the minting errors. As in any large-scale production, mistakes happened, and on rare occasions, these would lead to some coins that displayed unique characteristics. For example, some 1982 pennies were minted with discrepancies in their design, such as misaligned images, double strikes, or other manufacturing defects that further enhanced their desirability and value. One category of error coins that emerged during this time was the 1982D small date variety, a subtle yet distinct difference that collectors could not ignore. Notably, the small date design was produced at the Denver Mint, and unlike its larger date counterpart, it was minted in smaller numbers, making it a more valuable find among collectors. The intricacies of the minting process coupled with human error created a perfect storm for the emergence of these error coins, which soon became the focus of avid collectors eager to complete their collections and obtain this rare gem of numismatic history. But what really drove the value of these coins to astronomical heights was not only the rarity and the conditions in which they were minted but also the stories behind them. Imagine stumbling upon an old penny while cleaning out a family member's belongings, only to later discover that it's one of those valuable 1982 bronze pennies with an error. What a thrilling find! The anticipation, the excitement of unearthing a hidden treasure, has become a pivotal moment for many collectors. Auctions for these unique coins often reach fever pitch as collectors vie for the chance to own a piece of history, driving prices higher and higher in competitive bidding wars. Some coins from this era have fetched prices well above their remarkable face value, with documented sales pushing the value of an error coin to over $1 million. The phenomenon highlights both the economic factors and the emotional stories behind collectibles. Conversations about what makes this penny so special resonate with audiences who share a collective intrigue about the history and artistry behind coin production. Moreover, this story does not just end with a few minting errors, it bridges a wider dialogue about value and worth in our society. The idea that something which costs so little can, at times, be worth so much captivates us and serves as a reminder of how perception can change the value of an object tremendously in the eyes of collectors. These precious pennies symbolize both nostalgia and wealth, capturing the essence of what it means to be a collector amidst the backdrop of economic shifts that led to their creation. As the narrative unfolds, we discover that these pennies have garnered a status almost akin to that of art. Each piece, each flaw, narrates its unique story, casting the humble penny in a new light. It's a journey wrapped in mystery and allure that continues to unfold, as more and more people recognize the potential for incredible value hidden within everyday objects. When the conversation shifts to investment, collectors see not only a hobby but also a fascinating, enriching opportunity. However, one should remember that, like all investments, the value may fluctuate based on market conditions and collector demand, which means that it's essential to do thorough research before diving headlong into the numismatic world. The tale of the 1982 penny continues to draw in curious minds, prompting them to delve deeper into a world layered with intricate details, anecdotes of discovery, and the passion of those involved in this amazing hobby. As we go deeper into this astonishing world, it's important to highlight the role technology has played in shaping the fate of such collectibles. In recent years, digital platforms have revolutionized how collectors buy, sell, and trade coins, bringing a level of accessibility that was previously unimaginable. People can now connect with others around the globe, sharing information about their collections and auctioning their rare coins with just a few clicks. This evolution has not only fueled the enthusiasm for collecting rare coins but also enabled the growth of communities that thrive on the love for numismatics. Social media platforms have become vibrant spaces for discussions, showcasing stunning coins, and more importantly, educating newcomers about valuable coins such as the 1982 1-cent pieces. By harnessing the wisdom of the crowd online, anyone interested can quickly get valuable insights into what makes a coin like the 1982 1-cent worth such a staggering amount, fostering a culture of information sharing and encouraging the next generation of collectors. It is these engaged communities that keep the stories alive, ensuring that the legacy of the 1982 coin and its many errors and mistakes stays pertinent in collective memory. As we take a moment to reflect on the astounding valuation of a 1-cent coin due to mere errors, it leads us to ponder the broader implications surrounding value, how artifacts of history, though they may seem trivial or ordinary, can capture our imagination and transmute into valuable treasures. The exploration into the 1982 1-cent coin has become emblematic of a wider narrative about our relationship with money, error, art, and history. It serves as a lesson that sometimes it is through mistakes and miscalculations that great value can arise, allowing us to celebrate the instances of human fallibility that paint our world in a richer context. So, as we wrap up today's exploration into the tale worth $217 million, let's take a moment to appreciate these tiny marvels that have made their mark in the world of numismatics, reflecting the intricate tapestry of human history and the enormous potential hidden within the unassuming penny. And as you continue your own journey through the world of currency, remember that while some coins may seem ordinary, they may hold stories and value that far exceed their face value, waiting for the right collector to uncover their true worth. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more captivating tales from the world of coins, currency, and history. Next 2016 D1-cent USA coin, we explore the intriguing, often surprising world of numismatics and the enchanting stories behind some of the most extraordinary coins ever minted. Today, we are unraveling a truly captivating mystery centering on the 2016 D1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has captivated collectors and investors alike by skyrocketing in value to a remarkable $174 million. And the reason for this astounding worth lies in the rare errors and mistakes made during the minting process. Picture this: a single penny that you could typically pluck from your pocket, but this particular coin is shrouded in intrigue and fascination. The journey of this coin began in the bustling Denver Mint in 2016, a year that brought on significant changes and events in the US economy and coin production. While the design of the Lincoln penny has remained relatively constant since its introduction, the minting process requires precision and attention to detail. However, even in the most controlled environments, the possibility of errors looms large, especially when the demand for production is high. As the United States Mint ramped up its operations to produce 1-cent coins with escalating urgency, a host of discrepancies crept into the process, resulting in fragments, mistakes, and rare varieties that turned what should have been ordinary pennies into valuable collectibles. Imagine a scenario where a handful of 2016 D coins, supposed to follow the minting standards, emerged with unique qualities that deviated from the norm, a minor error, a slight misalignment, or a curious doubling effect that would soon capture the attention of eagle-eyed collectors. The actualization of these rare varieties, such as the notorious 2016 D double die, emerged as critical works of art, imbued with their own history, whispering stories of the production line where they were born, challenging the notion of everyday currency and transforming into coveted treasures. The phenomenon of error coins fascinates the numismatic community, as they often possess qualities that elevate them beyond their intended mass production, which in the case of the 2016 D cent, could lead to considerable monetary gains. Coins that exhibit these distinct characteristics, especially in cases where the error leads to a noticeable alteration in the coin's design, attract avid attention on various auction platforms as collectors enthusiastically chase the dream of acquiring a unique piece of history. Each error coin tells its own tale, often prompting collectors to share their experiences about discovering these treasures tucked away in circulation. Even a slight error can double or triple a coin's potential value, leading to enthusiastic online forums and communities eagerly sharing knowledge to help others discern the unique traits that make a specific coin extraordinary. Within the realm of error coins is the concept of varieties, where the differences, though seemingly minute, can hold significant value in the collector's market. For instance, some pennies from 2016 came to be labeled as 1C Type 1 or Type 2, based on minute differences in the design elements, such as the position of the 1 in 1 cent, or the shape of Lincoln's hair. Such nuances, often overlooked by those unfamiliar with numismatics, are the very details that grant these coins their rarity and, therefore, their elevated value. It is not uncommon for seasoned collectors to amass extensive records of known error coins, meticulously documenting which attributes contribute to a piece's eventual market value. In the case of the 2016 D1 cent, the blend of extensive production with careful inspection resulted in an environment ripe for mistakes. One particular error that garnered significant attention was the presence of major die abrasion, creating an unusual clouding effect that creates visual intrigue and drives collectors wild. Alongside the allure of the coin is the story of how these treasures come to life, often emerging via chance encounters, like finding them while sifting through everyday change or receiving them as part of a large collection that might have been passed down through generations. In the ever-evolving world of coin collecting, stories like these capture the fascination of enthusiasts and add depth to the experience of being part of this historical pursuit. Collectors are drawn not only to the financial investment of coins but also to their stories and the unique narratives around each piece, infusing the hobby with passion and excitement that transcend mere numbers. Each 2016 D coin represents a wave of history, market fluctuations, and various human experiences, shaping its value both emotionally and economically. Furthermore, the emergence of digital platforms for buying, selling, and trading valuable coins has revolutionized the collector landscape, enabling more individuals to access the precious world of numismatics. Social media has also played a vital role in forging connections, as enthusiasts flock to platforms to share images of their finds, fascinating stories, and tips about identifying valuable coins such as the extraordinary 2016 D penny. This interconnectivity has fostered a vibrant online community that transcends geographical barriers, allowing occasional collectors to relish in the shared excitement of discovering hidden treasures. As these communities flourish, so does a growing understanding of the complexities surrounding the valuation of error coins. Rather than dwelling solely on face value, collectors are now inclined to investigate the market and educate themselves about rarity, errors, and the historical significance of specific coins, which collectively assists in their journey as they seek to understand their value, both monetary and sentimental. And while the exhilarating possibility of discovering a rare 2016 D penny worth millions can captivate anyone's imagination, one must also consider that collecting coins is about more than just monetary gain. It can facilitate a meaningful connection to history, art, and the intricate craftsmanship behind the production of currency. As we navigate deeper into the treasure trove of numismatic gems, The 2016 D1 cent story exemplifies how an innocent penny can navigate through the realms of time and economic shifts, transforming into an object of worth that commands the attention of seasoned collectors and novices alike. The almost magical transformation of the 2016 D penny into an invaluable treasure serves as a reminder that seemingly ordinary objects can bear great significance, be it through the lens of history, artistry, or financial investment. Ultimately, the quest to understand the circumstances surrounding the minting of coins like the 2016 D is part of a broader exploration of value in modern society, as it challenges us to rethink how we perceive money, rarity, and the very nature of what makes an object worth something. In conclusion, as we reflect upon the immense story of the humble 2016 D1 cent coin, let us remain mindful of the nuanced charm that era coins provide, showcasing both the allure of chance and the intricacies of human endeavor. Each penny has the potential to turn into a heart-stirring narrative, concealing its indelible impact within the corridors of coin history. As we continue exploring numismatic marvels and the unique tales of extraordinary coins, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more compelling stories on the treasures within everyday life and how they can lead us to rediscover the world around us through the lens of currency. Thank you for sharing your time with us today as we unraveled the astonishing saga of the 2016 D1 cent, which reminds us that every penny can hold the potential to unveil not just financial worth but a captivating story just waiting to be told. Last 1983 D1 cent USA coin, we take you on an exhilarating journey through the fascinating world of coin collecting and the rich stories that coins tell throughout history. Today, we delve into a remarkable story of the 1983 D1 cent coin, a seemingly unremarkable penny that has become an extraordinary collectible, fetching values up to a staggering $63 million due to an array of fascinating errors and mistakes that occurred during its production. Picture this: a coin that resides in the pockets of millions, yet a small fraction of these coins carries with it a weighty history and an unforeseen value, driven predominantly by sheer chance, human error, and the inevitable quirks of the minting process. The 1983 D penny was produced during a transitional period in the United States, with significant economic considerations at play that influenced the composition and overall demand for 1-cent coins. As many of you know, the US Mint underwent a notable shift in the late 1970s and early 1980s, driven in large part by fluctuations in the global markets for metals, especially copper. In response to rising copper prices, the Mint began experimenting with alternative compositions for the 1-cent coin, aiming to create a cost-effective solution that would allow them to continue producing pennies without incurring prohibitive costs. This culminated in the decision to mint the 1983 1-cent coins primarily with a zinc core coated in copper, lowering production costs significantly while also prompting interest in the preservation of materials. However, these well-meaning changes inadvertently sowed the seeds of numismatic rarity. The production of the 1983 D1 cent at the Denver Mint specifically became a pivotal moment in this story, one that would lead to misunderstandings, increased scrutiny, and the emergence of error coins that would capture the hearts and pockets of collectors nationwide. A major aspect contributing to the significant increase in value of selected 1983 D pennies is undeniably tied to the dramatic evolution of the minting process during that time. As millions of pennies were produced, it was not uncommon for errors and inconsistencies to yield coins that boldly impressed themselves on the collectibles market. Among these anomalies, the most notable is the famous 1983 D copper penny, a result of a crucial miscalculation wherein a handful of pennies were stamped using the older bronze alloy, a mixture that comprised 95% copper, before the transition to zinc occurred. This rare occurrence gave rise to a limited number of coins that were minted under entirely unexpected conditions, leading these copper pennies to boast robustness that ordinary zinc pennies could never aspire to. Many of these in-demand coins now find themselves resplendent within the collections of discerning numismatists, evoking excitement, nostalgia, and admiration not only for their intrinsic worth but also for their unique implications regarding historical production processes. The intrigue surrounding the copper 1983 D pennies is compounded by the scarcity of such era coins, which were produced in such limited quantities that collectors began to scour through rolls of pennies, searching fervently for these hidden gems. The caches of pennies accumulated over the years became treasure troves for many, and the rumblings of the rarity of these coins caught widespread attention in collector circles. As the whispers spread regarding the existences of the 1983 D copper 1 cent until the demand escalated, these enigmatic coins began trading on secondary markets at increasingly high prices. It is not uncommon for auction prices of these rare 1983 D coins to reach exorbitant heights, with collectors enthusiastically bidding against each other in hopes of adding this elusive coin to their burgeoning collections. However, the phenomenon of the boom surrounding the 1983 D penny does not end solely with the existence of copper varieties. An associated category of fascinating errors emerged from the 1983 D minting process, which includes double strikes, misaligned dies, and more. Double-headed coins are particularly sought after among collectors, often commanding incredibly high prices in the market, as they showcase the remarkable blend of human error and manufacturing quirks that make error coins so unforgettable. Consider a scenario where a coin is struck twice on the same die during the minting process, creating a double image effect that deviates from standard production practices. Such an occurrence transforms an otherwise ordinary penny into an extraordinary collectible that exemplifies the artistic and technical craftsmanship inherent in coin production. The rarity of these coins, combined with the stories behind their creation, continuously captures the attention of collectors and investors alike, propelling prices into uncharted territories amid enthusiastic and competitive auctions. The dynamic world of coin collecting thrives on stories just like this, where even minute fluctuations and inconsistencies spark an unquenchable curiosity that connects individuals to a greater historical narrative. Human error is intrinsic to all manufacturing processes, and the coin minting industry is no exception. This propensity for mistakes often gives way to remarkable discoveries that kindle passionate interests among collectors. As the production demands ramped up in 1983, even the slightest variations, such as the misalignment of images or erroneous inscriptions, started popping up more frequently than normal, leading to heightened attention among collectors searching for those elusive errors. As mistakes accumulated, the numismatic value seemed to rise in tandem, with the coin itself becoming a multifaceted emblem of good fortune, drawing in those eager to trace its roots and story. It is intriguing to reflect on how each penny possesses the potential to spark immense discoveries. Each collector's journey through the world of coins can yield lessons about patience, persistence, and the sweeping tapestry of human interaction with currency and economics. The story of the 1983 D1 cent is particularly noteworthy, as it highlights the broader implications of collecting coins, not merely as a means to financial gain but as an opportunity to engage with history, craft, artistry, and the classic tales that punctuate our understanding of life through currency. The intersection of economy, artistry, and production techniques comes together in fascinating ways that encourage collectors to examine their own notions of value beyond the realm of mere monetary worth. Over time, as passionate collectors immerse themselves in the rich lore of coins like the 1983 D1 cent, they develop an understanding of what makes certain coins special, the elements that comprise uniqueness, and the deeper connections those coins bring to our cultural narrative. Furthermore, the advancements in technology surrounding coin collecting over the last few decades have also played a significant role in ushering in a new wave of enthusiasm for error coins. Internet platforms have allowed like-minded individuals to connect, share insights, and showcase their collections in ways that were previously unimaginable, broadening the collective knowledge of what constitutes a valuable coin. Entire communities have sprung up around error coins, synergizing an unmatched energy of excitement, and fostering an environment where enthusiasts rally around the thrill of discovery. Members have reported countless stories of finding 1983 D copper pennies in circulation or stumbling across an error coin hidden in a dusty family heirloom, sparking joy and camaraderie within the community. Interestingly, even as discovery becomes easier through a digital age of information, the thrill of coin hunting remains both timeless and intoxicating for enthusiasts, showing that, in the end, The adventure of the search is just as delightful as the reward itself. The engaging dialogue surrounding the topic of coin collecting, particularly with era coins like the 1983 D1 cent, helps remind novices and experienced collectors alike that every coin has its own story and significance. Each penny directs us toward a deeper understanding of time, economics, culture, and craftsmanship, reminding us of how meaningful these objects can truly be. Collecting coins is much more than an investment. It nurtures curiosity and affords a personal connection to something larger than oneself, bridging craftspeople, collectors, and an ever-evolving legacy together in a shared narrative. As we reflect on the astonishing valuation of the 1983 D1 cent coin, up to an impressive $63 million, we come to understand that its worth transcends mere monetary value. It unfurls into a tapestry of human experience intertwined with mishaps, historical context, and the layers of tradition that resonate through generations. The rare era coins that accompany the 1983 D penny signify a rebellion against the ordinary, allowing collectors to engage in a dialogue with history, each with the potential to unlock mysteries and share personal encounters that celebrate craftsmanship, artistry, and sheer serendipity. As we conclude our exploration into the captivating world of the 1983 D1 cent coin, we invite you to join us on this journey, continually discovering the treasures and tales that inspire collectors across the globe. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more illuminating stories and insights into the expansive realm of numismatics, where even a simple penny can transform into something remarkable, capturing not just value but also an enduring part of history worth preserving. Your coins may hold stories as astonishing as the one we shared today, waiting to be discovered and cherished for generations to come.